If you've been trading and wondering why the market seems to move randomly, spiking 1 minute and going dead the next, you're not crazy. The Forex market doesn't move evenly around the clock. It moves in bursts at very specific times of day. And if you know those times, you can stop guessing and start trading with the market, not against it. Before we talk about kill zones, you need to understand that the Forex market is open 24 hours a day, but that doesn't mean it's active 24 hours a day. The market is split into 3 main sessions: the Asian session, the London session, and the New York session. Think of them like 3 different shifts at a factory. Each shift has different workers, different energy, and different output. When a session opens, the big banks and institutions in that region start placing their orders. And that's when price starts moving seriously. So, what is a kill zone? A kill zone is simply the opening window of each trading session, the period right at the start when institutions are most active and price tends to make its most significant moves. The name sounds intense, but it just means this is where the action is. There are 3 kill zones: the Asia kill zone, the London kill zone, and the New York kill zone. And here's the key insight. These windows are predictable. They happen every single trading day at roughly the same times. That's a huge edge for you as a trader because it means you don't have to stare at charts all day. You just need to be ready during the kill zones. The shaded regions that you see are each session kill zones, and horizontal lines at the high and low of each kill zone are pivot levels. These lines are extended forward until either the next kill zone of the same type starts or the price breaks through them. Let's break down why that matters. Support and resistance. You've probably heard those terms. The idea is simple. Price levels where the market has previously reacted tend to matter again in the future. Kill zone pivots work exactly on that principle. But they're smarter because they're automatically anchored to the most important moments of the trading day. Look at this example. The London session just closed. The indicator has drawn a line at the London session high and another at the London session low. These aren't random levels. They represent exactly where institutional money pushed price during the most active part of the European session. Now, watch what happens when New York opens. Price comes back and respects that London high as resistance. That's a potential short entry right there. Or, if price blows through that level, that's a breakout signal. Either way, you have a clear reference point. You're not guessing where support and resistance is. Let me walk you through a real example, step by step. Here's the Asia session. The shaded window is the Asia kill zone, and at its close, you can see 2 pivot lines, the Asia high up here and the Asia low down here. Now, we move into the London kill zone. Price initially pushes up. You might be tempted to buy right there. But look, it stalls right at the Asia session high. That Asia high is now acting as resistance. A trader using this concept would see that level and know this is a decision point. Price either bounces back down from here or breaks through and we get a London breakout move. In this case, price pulls back, gives a little consolidation, and then breaks above the Asia high with momentum. So how do you actually use this? Here's a simple framework. Step 1, know when the kill zones are. They have very specific time limits, so take your time zone into account when looking for them. Step 2, when a kill zone opens, don't trade immediately. Note the pivot levels from the previous session. These are your key levels. Step 3, look for price to either reject a pivot level, that's a reversal trade, or break through it with momentum, that's a breakout trade. Before we wrap up, let me flag a couple of things beginners often get wrong. Mistake number 1, trading every touch of a pivot line. Not every touch is a trade. You want confluence. Ideally, the price action at the pivot should align with the overall trend. Or you should see a clear rejection candle, like a pin bar or an engulfing candle. Mistake number 2, ignoring which kill zone you're in. A London pivot behaves differently than an Asia pivot because London has far more volume. Respect the context. And mistake number 3, expecting perfect results from day 1. Kill zones give you high probability windows and key levels. They don't guarantee wins. Use them as a framework, not a magic signal. Kill zones and the pivot levels they generate are one of the most reliable frameworks for organizing your trading day. Obviously, for this video I used our own kill zone indicator, but you can use any other you are comfortable with. Just be sure that it calculates the times of kill zones correctly, taking into account your chart time zone, that it draws the zones and pivots and has all the functionality you need, like pivot extensions, so you can focus entirely on reading price action and making smart decisions. If you want to put this to work on your own charts, we have a free trial for our kill zones indicator on MetaTrader 5. Link is below.